Kikubor ka Batesi TV. Lawan Rashapi taka Frank Motors, the all-new Altros. Now, with more exciting features. Ka any ride, ka app ban book taxi bat bike, ban pensuk ya ka let kawan katkum ka jingdon kam jongpi, namar bangi nyokor ya ka por jongpi. Download ya ka nika app naka Play Store.
Ka IZ Group of Institution Bangalore, kadai ka college babatam na banta ka jingpuli nursing but paramedical course, hospital training, thinyo scholarship but 6% ka kam, haki hospital bahedo ha India but shabari. Na banta ka jingpuli ka jingsiyo ka baret but pila bandai puli da ka education loan. Pila urban chukol ha number khandai nyo saw san rio pranon lani khandai pran rio license an riway khandai pra.
Hatu pikwa baki janjong pikin kuit bah benar kam daka Oswell soup hilaban yo na barok kidukan.
Katanat jengok kai pertai jong Sorkar jela rengkat ke jingye trailang bat ke Meghalaya Age Limited. Haga arpuai terik unaitung arajar arpulai kila Pynkup Burom daka khusnam kabala tip kum ka Ateliers Meghalaya Awards 2023 yaki Riewdonsap Kiba jushna penwandur yaki jaj jingshna baper yaki balashna daka khti. Haga ne jing Pynkup Burom kabala long ha courtyard by Marriott Shillong lasaki lang daw menteri rangba jong jela u Konrad Kongkal Sangma ubala ai kublai kerpang ya baro kibala yok pediang yakani ka khusnam daga jing trai shutam haga kam ga jongki bat kibala penek pensa yaga culture hagani ka jela Meghalaya hagani ka sngi la sakhi langru daw menteri katanat jengok kai pertai ka Sorkar jela uba Paul Lindo u Commissioner and Secretary Jongatanat Jengok Kai Pertai u Dr. Vijay Kumar, u Director Jongatanat Jengok Kai Pertai u Ba Cyril V. Dengdo, bat kiwe.
It is with profound happiness and sheer delight that I am here to share a few of my thoughts with you on this historic occasion. I call it historic because when we go back to Ususota, the unacknowledged world laureate of the Khasis, he had said at one point, Jingshai Niwa Saudam Uthai, Jingshai Kari Nimtipiye. We search for light around the world, and that of our own we're ignorant of. But today, I think we have taken a very sharp departure from those lines because we are here to celebrate the achievement of these young entrepreneurs whose very work, which is right here on display as well as outside, these are poetry, visual poetry. And as Keats had said in one of his poems, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. When you observe exquisite pieces of beauty, you connect with that which brings joy, fulfillment, and hope that things will get better and better as we move to greater heights, as Cyril has said. It just happens that before this meeting, I had taken a meeting of the textiles department, and one of the decisions that we took today was that we should have a brand ambassador for Meghalaya's textiles, and we should also have a signature outfit or a shawl or whatever you call it, in whichever form, which will help us push Meghalaya tourism. It is with a sense of envy that we watch the Prime Minister of the country wearing the gamcha and the same gamcha being spotted at major airports in the country. Now, why not give that similar space to Meghalaya. You have seen how good and how refined the craftsmanship is, and therefore salute to all the various craftsmen, the weavers, the potters, who we are today acknowledging for the first time and in a big way. And I'm sure, I have been told that the Delhi store that we have is the best in the country. But let us also, I'm sure under the dynamic and capable leadership of Sri Konrad Sangma, we should be able to emphasize on these soft skills of Meghalaya. With this kind of the talent, the gift, the flair that we have, the sky is the limit. Therefore, before resuming my seat, I assure you, I assure the Chief Minister that we will leave no stone unturned to change the narrative of Meghalaya, a state that is so superbly abundant in everything. We just need to make sure that we begin to script the success story with all the various threads, the gifts, the talents that we have.
Through decades of unwavering dedication, you have honed your skills, broadened your repertoire of techniques and materials, and created artistic masterpieces that captivate with their aesthetic allure. They're still passed down by your ancestors, showcasing extensive knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the sacred to the craft. You're amidst the embrace of trees and bamboo. Your innate understanding of these natural materials shines through. Your partner maintained. Your dedication and expertise have shaped the handloom industry by providing training to young weavers and evoking a sense of earth and home with a quiet balance. Your creativity and craftsmanship stand as a
When we started this particular program in 2021, we had selected about 23 artisans, and we had given a grant of about 5 lakhs to each one at that point in time. And then a second batch came in where we had given a lesser amount but a larger number of 2 installments were dispersed, and we tried to cover many more artisans. And the concept behind what we are trying to do really is linked very deeply with the overall plan and program and policy of the government, and these are all connected. So while we are working towards ensuring that the ateliers are supported and we are able to improve, obviously this has an underlying, the overall goal is to be able to preserve our culture and the different aspects of it, keep it alive, make it better, but at the same time create livelihood out of what is already existing. And to be able to connect these qualities with the growth in the tourism sector is the way to actually unlock the potential that is there. And when you connect the artisans, the ateliers and the tourism sector and connect it to entrepreneurship, and then provide a platform through something like the Meghalayan Age store, which is now online, you can imagine the kind of impact it can have in terms of economics and livelihood creation. And that's really what the game plan is. Ultimately, we realize that many things are happening. People are doing things, people are good at it, they are passionate about it. They just require a bit of support to actually be able to take it to the next level. And we realized that that support system was not there. It's not just in in the ateliers and different kind of handicraft, pottery, or all these different aspects or textiles. It's in many things that we have seen in the overall economy. And if you look at the different activities that we have been undertaking in the last 5 years, they are actually targeted towards those aspects. I was, of course, seeing the news and yesterday press people were asking me, that Meghalaya is economically in the weaker section and we are at the bottom of the chart. And I was telling them, yes, that is true. But you don't realize that these are numbers and facts based on 2018-19 numbers. And the reports have come out today based on what the situation was in 2018-19. And if you expect that in 1 year we'll be able to transform things, then it's not easy. So what we're seeing today, Niti Ayog's report is talking and basing its report on 2018-19 data, not on 2020, 21, 22, 23 data. I was just talking to the managers of Marriott and telling them that, well, why aren't we serving the turmeric ice cream out here? We should be serving the turmeric ice cream with great pride. We should be serving the buckwheat cake that there's, it should be served out here in other hotels. The pottery that is being made, I'm not saying you use that pottery in everything, but wherever possible, and that will add to the unique experience that a tourist will get. So tourists coming from outside will say, I went to Shillong and in Marriott I had this buckwheat cake, and it was amazing. The other day I was in this Mappadok area, and I met one self-help group, women, where one member from every family was part of that group. So there are 80 families there, so they had 80 members, and this women's self-help group had a millet mission, and they are now making millet cakes, biscuits, and Horlicks, they call it. So it's basically a mix, a powder which you can just mix with hot water and drink, and it's obviously very healthy. So I'm just giving examples of how these kind of things are happening, and it's just that we've never noticed them. And if you can just notice them and give them support, connect them to the right people, I tell you, a huge difference can be made. And that's really what we're trying to do out here. It takes time. It's something that cannot happen in a day. But as I said, slowly and steadily, as we're able to connect these dots, you will see the picture come out. And I can see like next 2 years, 3 years, the kind of investments that we've been doing in the last 2-3 years and the kind of system that we're putting in place. I'm sure that we will see the kind of desired results that we expect in the future. I would like to, of course, congratulate the Meghalaya Age store and the entire team. They're doing an excellent work, and of course there are a lot of challenges. Starting a new venture is not always easy, and this is of course like starting a new venture where you have supplier issues, where you have issues with quality, you have issues with getting the quantity, and obviously marketing it aggressively. So all these challenges will be there, but I think the right foundations have been laid. We are on the right track, and with a bit of more hard work and a bit of patience, and really working on other factors, I'm sure that we will be able to take this to a new level. We already have that quality and standard, but I think it's just a question of now scaling it up. So I wish the Meghalaya Age store, as well as the Meghalaya Age Limited, the agency, and all of you the very best. I really would like to congratulate the ateliers who have received the recognition today, and of course the others who may not have. I don't think you need to be really worried about it. I'm sure what is more important is that you continue to follow your passion, continue to do what you love doing, continue to be good at it, improve it, and if possible, share and make more people skilled with the knowledge that you have. And I would request the Meghalaya Age Limited and the store, if possible, we need to document these kind of skills that are there. I think it will be good if we can have training programs in the long run, so that this actually is documented properly, so that tomorrow if somebody would like to go into it, I'm sure that some people may not want to share their knowledge, but whatever is possible to share, I think it should be shared. There should be a kind of a manual or a small log or a book or a documentary that can be made where other artisans and artists who like to get into it can know how to move forward. So I think that also is something we should look at. So once again, I congratulate all the award winners and the awardees, and I also would like to thank once again all of you for hosting this program. Our Honorable Minister Tourism, as you're aware, is of course our tourism minister, but there is a reason why when we had initially, when I was sitting with our honorable ministers and working on the portfolios, I was very particular that tourism, art and culture and textiles must go under one person, because these are all connected. And that's the reason why when Paul was there in our cabinet, I strongly felt with his kind of background, the interest, areas he has, because he has a lot of interest in art and culture and the history of the state, and obviously in tourism and music, as he mentioned, it was very appropriate. And today, under his leadership, I'm sure that the foundations that have been laid, the small starts that we have made, will now be exponentially grown, and I'm sure that he will be able to really bring in more thoughts and ideas and vision into this entire exercise, and I have full faith that under his leadership we will be really able to transform the tourism, art and culture and the textile sector.